And this is one of the words that I've said earlier is very, very confusing to me now, because once a person do this, then they'll become this. But then what is really the meaning of this word? That's what we're going to explore right now. Oh, diba? Kala mo ang ganda ng intro ko, diba? Ayan.
Minasan, konnichiwa, I'm Maisi.
There's one word that I feel like I know what it means, but when I get to do stream and, interact with other people in the live chat of other streams as well, I feel like the meaning of this became so confusing to me. Troll. Yes. What is troll? This is what we're going to explore. It's intransitive verb, which I already forgot what means. But anyways, this is what it says. This is the first thing you're gonna see if you Google troll. To fish for by trailing a baited line from behind a slowly moving boat. 2, and to fish in by trailing a baited line. 3, to trail a baited line in fishing. 4, to move around in an area or to go different places searching for something. Ayan. And 5, to examine or search through, trolling the classifieds for a cheap car. And 6, to sing in succession the parts of a round, for example. So if you think about it, the word that I always see in this one is this word, baited. It's baited. Look at the picture, guys. Oh my God, guys. And also, guys, as I've said, do not personally, these are things that you can always see on Google. Be an open-minded person where we're talking about general. If it hurts you, then analyze it yourself. Why am I being pained or hurt when somebody are saying this? Is there something that I have to fix within myself? Ganun yun. So these are legendary creature. Ayan, this is from editors of Encyclopedia Britannica. So troll in early Scandinavian folklore, giant, monstrous being, sometimes possessing magic powers. Trolls lived in castles and haunted the surrounding streets after dark. If exposed to sunlight, they burst or turned to stone. In later tales, trolls often are man-sized or smaller beings similar to dwarfs and elves. They live in mountains and sometimes steal human maidens and can transform themselves in prophecy. In the Shetland, I'm sorry. Okay, in the Shetland and Orkney Islands, Celtic areas once settled by Scandinavians, trolls are called trolls and appear as small malign creatures who dwell in mounds or near the sea. Are used symbols of destructive instincts. So trolls in modern tales for children often live under bridges, menacing travelers and exacting tasks or trolls. Ooh, Norwegian. I wonder if there's trolls that are handsome. Why do I feel like I'm 5 years old again with a bedtime story? Keep going, Miss Icy. Ah, did I give you that comfort, JQ? Is that what you're trying to tell me? JQ, get that thumb out of your mouth. As I've said, if you are soft-hearted, if you're sensitive, if you're such a snowflake, I know everyone has that line where it's below the belt, but just express it in a nicer way. Because some of us here, we can probably banter and rant and stuff like that. So I actually understand who are malicious and not malicious. If you're just trying to have fun and do not take things personal, I am maliciously delicious. Trolls in the US, leprechaun in an Irish folklore. I love saying leprechaun. Look at this, guys. This is a troll couple. We're gonna go for mythology.net about trolls, Physical description. Oh, we're going to physical description. Let's describe the troll. Scandinavian folklore introduces 2 kinds of trolls. There are 2 kinds, huh? There's so many kinds. Ayan. I'm surprised you found a picture of a troll. They normally have their camera. I like that. Good one. I like that. Everyday part of life. 2 kinds of trolls. The giants, ayan, and often called How do you pronounce this? Is it Jontar? And the little folk, often called Huldrefolk, Yontar, and Huldrefolk. I should have researched how they pronounce. The Jotnar, who borrow their name and many of their characteristics from the ancient Norse ice giants, are superhuman characters. They tower above your average man, supported by colossal stony limbs. Their features are rugged, like stone worn down by the weather, and their hair is wild. Some of them are so large and unkempt that plants can even take root in their skin. And the ugliest Jotna can have single eyes like a cyclops or multiple heads. And the Huldrefolk, ayan, are much less of an eyesore than their giant cousins. In fact, they can easily be mistaken for humans, and attractive humans at that. They are betrayed only by their trails, which can be cow-like or fox-like, but this can be hidden by clothing. Ooh la la. Love your Danish accent po. Is that Danish? Ayan, I do love languages. Okay, so we're going for the lifestyle. Ayan, we're just talking about trolls, where it comes from, because I want you to understand why it became the word for today and why is it like that. You know, it comes from this and then this. So you have the full package as far as we are talking about it. Of course, there's so many more information out there. If you agree or disagree with me, my comments will always be there. Type away and share your opinion. Lifestyle, ayan. Trolls, and especially the Jotna, are primitive creatures. They isolate themselves from human civilization, preferring to live in caves or murky forests beyond the reach of man's hustle and bustle. Sometimes a small community of trolls can spring up in one area. Ooh la la. But the beasts have little to no form of government even when they live together. At best, the strongest of them might be crowned as a king, who has the right to order the others around. Above all other social institutions, they dislike religion. Legend says that it was first Thor's thunderbolts and then the ringing of church bells which drove them into exile, and they are all still quick to attack traveling Christians, kidnap and baptize children, or demolish churches when they can. So some trolls support themselves by hunting or farming, but far more of them are pillagers, I don't know how to pronounce that. They waylay travelers, strip them of their valuables, and perhaps even eat them. Aray. The most daring individuals might even launch an expedition into a village, destroying buildings, plundering treasure, and kidnapping children or beautiful ladies. Agoy, aray. Try the Urban Dictionary for a modern definition of troll. Yep, they always spring up on social media and in a small group and do their trolling adventures in the modern world. Ayon, special abilities. Trolls are traditionally dim-witted creatures, so they aren't in the habit of cultivating. Aray ko, parang ang sakit naman niya. Are you hearing this, guys? Ayan. So they aren't in the habit of cultivating talent. The greatest skills they have are the skills they were born with. Brute strength and strong connection with nature. They can uproot trees to use as clubs and hurl boulders as missiles. The mightiest of them are capable of stirring up thunderstorms and avalanches. Small trolls are more advanced than their massive cousins, and they have more tricks up their sleeves. Female huldras, for example, have beautiful voices that mimic wind and falling water. They can lure men into the wilderness with their sweet songs, and others have minor magical abilities that can make humans fall asleep, lose track of time, see visions of treasure. Ayon. Ang galing ko magbasa, no, guys? Ayan. And Icy is trolling. Felipe, these are the trolls. Ayan. If you do image search, this is the first image that you can see of what troll looks like. There is Troll the movie. I remember these little things. I remember the doll in the third picture. Ayan, they actually like red, green. And also there is this troll face. This green troll so naughty at anime. So there's another definition of a troll. This is the part where it's now to antagonize others online by deliberately posting inflammatory, irrelevant, or offensive comments or other disruptive content. Got it? To act as a troll and also to harass, criticize, or antagonize someone, especially by provocatively disparaging or mocking public statements, postings, or acts. So that is probably what a lot of us kind of like what pops up in our head when we think about a certain person that we actually once in a while can actually experience on live chats, on streams, and usually in just everyday life. Do elves and trolls get along? Ooh, I wonder, JQ, right? So, who was the first internet troll? The origin of the word trolling, predates the infamous troll face pictured. In fact, the word predates the modern internet as we know it. So the earliest mention of the word trolling stems back to something from 90s called the Usenet. Anybody knows Usenet, guys? In this news group, posting low-hanging, often repeated questions was a common way to troll the newbies in an attempt to bait newer users in wasting their time by answering silly questions. Ooh. So this practice of playing dumb and acting disingenuous with one's behavior online became so common in the 90s and that it even became the topic of a Kevin and Kel comic strip. Izzy is trolling us with the trolls. So what does trolling mean today? Ano daw yung ibig sabihin ng troll ngayon? Today, trolling is a catch-call term for someone who makes someone else on the internet angry for the heck of it. Key markers of the modern internet troll are their anonymity. Diba? You don't know who the troll really is because they're always anonymous. Most, not really, I feel like it's mixed now. And they're disingenuousness. The latter of these qualifiers points to the true nature of the internet troll. They don't truly believe what they are arguing for, and getting you riled up about it means they win. The internet troll can be likened to a bad clown or a mean court jester. Their goal is to mock someone from a place of relative safety and anonymity with no higher goal than simply needling their victims. What a harsh words. I just read that, guys, okay? I read it. It's not from me. And trolling changed from light-hearted fun to angry attention seekers. From buckle up, let's go. The troll's capacity to make someone engage with them through hot button topics has led to the creation of the phrase, don't feed the trolls. So what are some different kinds of internet trolls? Ooh la la. Ayan, there are many different ways that internet trolls to operate, using different tactics to cause maximum and ideally harmless grief to their victims. Concern trolling. I've never heard of this word. Is one insidious way to mess with another person on the internet. Concerned trolls are not unlike wolves in sheep's clothing. They act as though believe the exact opposite of what they do. Listen, they act as though they believe the exact opposite of what they do and enter a group to cause confusion, outrage, and mayhem from within. So another popular form of internet trolling is advice trolling, which is when trolls mislead people by offering dubious or even malicious advice, especially to a newbie who is more gullible than a veteran on a website or forum. Concern and advice. Super nice words. And then you put trolling in there. So how do we identify an internet troll? How, Ayan? Of course, guys, you can always share your own as well. We can explore this if you want, but of course, everyone has different experiences with these types of people, so you can always just share it as well. Everyone has their own cup of tea. Check everyone out, explore everyone, and find your people in this community. Ganon. So if you see any of the following characteristics in someone you suspect is a troll, they might be on a mission to annoy and harass you for the lulz. Internet trolls often have anonymous accounts, flip flop on their principles, make obviously outrageous or baseless claims, and don't let an argument dissipate. And most importantly, they seem to get off on wasting your time or making you mad. Anonymous accounts, check. Flip flop opinions, check. I can't catch up to what the rest was. Please repeat. If it's hard for some of you to understand what I'm saying this, it could be my accent, maybe I speak too fast or too slow. Please let me know. I can always translate it in a language that I know. Is it possible the person calling someone a troll is actually the real troll? That's what I'm saying, and that's why I want to explore this, is because I feel like calling people out on the internet. Sometimes I do that too. Like if I see something that is bad, I would call it on my stream. Just give an opinion basically, because we're on public. That's kind of like what we do, especially if you're a type of person, which I do. I react on things, give my opinion and things. Opinionated lang, ayan, pasensya na. But comes from a good place, guys. My opinion, I always feel like I try to make it as good and positive and more exploration. Just because a person is saying something negative or like shining something on a very scandalous or something that is negative on the internet, people would say that that is a troll. But the thing is, I feel like it's become lost in translation, lost in the context. Because as we've said, being a troll, they don't necessarily mean what they say. They're just doing that so that they can get attention. That's how I know what a troll is. But for some weird reason, being just out there exploring stuff and all of that, I just feel like it's so bad that sometimes a person is not really a troll, but they called them a troll just because they're saying something that the community didn't like. So I think it's just important to use words correctly. And if you have any experience on this type of person or people, also share that. But at the end of the day, do not take things personal. If you have so much trigger points in your life, ayan, make sure to be open about it. Like be open-minded when you're in IC Fit. Share with me what's your thoughts about it, what's your opinion about it.